Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. We are back for a little bit of a different topic, a little bit of a different video on F124. I feel like a lot of other people have been doing this, and I feel like I kind of should give a little bit of my take on it, and kind of what I think of kind of where we sit right now at the game, and kind of where everything is at the moment. I mean, because I feel like a lot of people have been doing it, and I feel like I need to give you guys my opinion and why this game has been a failure and why I think the games will just be falling off because of a couple things. So if you like this video, please check out the rest of my content. I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, so I'm not going to try to waste you guys' time too much. This might be a little bit of a long video. I'm sorry, but I'm going to try to get as much information. I'm going to try to speak off my heart, and I'm going to just get straight to the point. So yeah, first things first about F124. I mean, this year it's been a rough year for this game so far. I mean, we can all say that, you know, the handling at the beginning wasn't that great, but overall I think the game has maybe gotten a little bit more enjoyable with the handling update. I will say that. But I don't really want to focus too much on handling because I feel like everybody kind of focus on that. I feel like there's other things we need to focus on than other than just handling. So let's just get straight to let's talk about maybe some career mode and kind of how the new career mode doesn't really, you know, my opinions on it. So career mode, it's been a rough, I guess you could say, this year. I mean, again, we do get a whole new revamped career mode, but I feel like, again, there's not really a lot. It's not really that enjoyable because there's not really a lot of content in career mode, I guess you could say. And, you know, again, the secret meetings are cool and stuff like that. Like, all that is cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's awesome. But, again, I feel like there doesn't feel like that's much effort in career mode, you know what I mean? There's now, like, you can't, like, do anything, like, side quests. And, again, career mode's only been good for, like, people when they play the game, they only play career mode for about, like, 1 to 2 seasons, and then that's it. They don't play it for 10 seasons. I mean, because, again, I mean, I don't think anybody is really going to play career mode for 2 to 3 seasons. I mean, that's the max you could probably get out of it, but after Season 4, Season 5, I mean, there's nothing really to write home about. You know, there's no, like, good changes. There's nothing. You just do the same tracks over and over again. So that's why a lot of people really don't play much career mode anymore because, again, I mean, it's only good for 2 or 3 seasons. And speaking of career mode, I mean, driver career mode, like I said, it really needed an update, and we did get that, so that was pretty good. But they have yet to touch my team at all, and I feel like that's kind of where maybe I'm losing a little bit of hope in my team a little bit because they have yet to touch my team in I think they haven't touched it since the beginning of F1 2020, I guess you could say. And I personally enjoy playing my team because, again, it's just good to just kind of be your own team and make your own car and create your own legacy. But again, I mean, in driver career, again, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but my team, it's more fun in my team, but it's, again, you play my team for how many seasons and you just get bored out of it. I mean, again, career mode, I think this year people get really bored of career mode really quickly, and I feel like it's going to be the same thing with my team. People get bored of my team really quickly as well. I mean, because there's not a lot of detail. There's not a lot of stuff you can do. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that enjoyable, which makes it, I feel like, not a lot of fun. I mean, because there's different type of people that play this game. You know, you got the people that usually only play for the career mode, and there's some people that play it for league racing and other things. I mean, that's fine. I mean, however you play the game, that's how you play the game. I personally do a lot of both. I do leagues and I do career mode. That's kind of what I do. But again, me playing career mode this year, I've not really been having too much fun because, again, it's the same thing again. And creating your own legacy, that's cool, but again, there's not a lot you can do. And the driver market, it doesn't make it interesting because the driver market, there's nothing that goes on in there. No one really moves teams. Like, it's everybody's at the same team. There's only like one move, and it's like not even like an outstanding move. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make it that enjoyable, which I feel like that's kind of where the game is kind of plummeting. And obviously, this game is going down a lot in sales because everybody kind of got a bad taste in their mouth when F1 and EA, they decided to release F1 22 entirely. So that's kind of what I want to end off there, and I probably will come back to that when I talk about something else, which is kind of about the extras, and bugs. So this game and the past games really have gotten. There's been more bugs, I feel like, every year, and there's new bugs that we're discovering. And this year, the bugs have been horrendous. There's been a lot of bugs. I remember in the beginning of the start of the year when this game released, there was a massive bug where you wouldn't get safety cars or red flags in any of your career mode races, and that in itself was horrible, and you wouldn't get nobody would DNF either. So it's like, okay, why are people not DNFing either? You know what I mean? I don't understand how you mess up a game badly that you don't even add that, and you test these games and you don't realize them at the start. I don't get how it's reoccurring bugs that come back to haunt this game, and when you make people pay almost $100 and you release this crap with the same bugs and everything, how that just looks bad. That just looks bad in the company in general. And again, it's all made. But we only have one. I mean, yeah, you could blame Codemasters, but at the same time, I mean, you got to blame a lot of this on EA. I mean, obviously EA, they wanted the licensing for this game, and they got their licensing. But ever since they took over these games, the games have fallen off pretty bad, and it's been rough. And one bug that really, really, really stands out the most, that actually I kind of noted on, the DRS trains. How do we still not have this figured out? It's been, this game released back in, May? June? I can't remember. Somewhere around there. And the DRS trains were the most common bug, and you still have yet to figure them out. How does that make sense, EA? Come on. Get your together. I'm not gonna drop the S word on this because I gotta be somewhat nice and I have to bleep it out, but just get it together. It's not hard. I mean, you have a couple things you just need to do, but you don't put effort. You say you fix the bugs and they come back. You don't fix them. You just lie to people. You drag them on. And again, it's the EA tactic. It's what they do. They'll just lie to you. They'll tell you they improved their game a lot. They said, oh, we revamped the career mode. We did this. We did that. And this game has been horrible to the point where F1 23 is actually, I think F1 23 is streaming more on Twitch than F1 24 at the moment. I could be wrong. Correct me on that if I am. But again, it's these same bugs that come back. And, we gotta figure these bugs out. And again, speaking of bugs, yeah, they just need to get figured out. But another thing that needs to get talked about is extras and other things to add, because I think since F1 22, they have never added anything extra. There's nothing. There's always a late season update that comes out. Yeah, it's always the F2 DLC update, and then they bring out the updated car models and stuff like that, but after that, they don't touch it. They don't bring out extra things. Again, you add extra tracks. Obviously, Portugal's in the game, but where's France? Where's Vietnam? Where's all the old track? Where's Malaysia? Where's all the old tracks that we had in the previous games? I mean, you could bring those back. I don't see why you guys couldn't bring it back. I mean, obviously Hockenheim is in the game files, which, again, there's always that one track that's in the game files, but it's been in the game files, and again, this is the same engine, but Hockenheim's in the game files. I mean, like, you guys gonna release it, or are you just gonna get people dragged on with it and not release it? Like, you can add more tracks into the game, and I kind of like the idea that F1 2021 did, where, I mean, yeah, it took some time, but when they slowly added back Imola, Portugal, and the Jeddah, the 3 circuits that were debuting, that was cool. I mean, yeah, we never got Turkey in the game. I mean, they were set to release it, but they never did. But you could bring those back. I mean, what? Vietnam has been in one game, and the only game that Vietnam has been in is in F1 2020, and I don't think anybody has actually ever, like, touched. I don't think anybody's ever raced at Vietnam again. I mean, yes, F1 2020 was probably one of the greatest. I think F1 2020 was probably the peak in F1 2020. They were probably the peak of F1 games. And I feel like 2021 maybe was a little bit more at a peak than 2020 because we had the battle in the championship between Hamilton and Verstappen, but I don't think we'll ever actually get another peak like that again if EA is still in charge. Like, I don't think we will. And again, like I said, you can add those back. You can bring back those tracks. I don't see why you can't. I don't see why you can't. If it's all licensing stuff, I get that, but why can't you bring these back? Like, what are we doing? And, you know, we've said this before. Everybody has said it before. I've said it. I mean, are we going to bring back classic cars? Like, classic cars were fun. And they were super fun. You know, like F1 2020, we had the classic cars. We had, like I said, I mean, we had the short tracks. Like, obviously, we had the short Bahrain. We had the short Japan. We had the short USA. Like, all the classic cars. Like, F1 2020 was, if we could go back in time to play that game, like, that was awesome. But they won't add classic cars to the game, and I don't know if it's just something that they won't do or they're just lazy to do, because clearly no one wants to do it, and it just doesn't make it fun. It doesn't make it fun, because again, you just do the same things. Yes, the F2 cars, I will say, and I've yet to make a video on them, the F2 cars, I will say, are so much more fun to drive in this year's game because of one thing only, and that's ERS. Bringing back, moving the ERS arounds, like moving from medium to hot lap to overtake to none, it's made the racing worse. I'm just going to keep that there. You know, the AI, I don't know if they fixed this. The AI, they don't use overtake on a hot lap. And you can use it, but I don't use it because the AI don't use it. I don't think they use, like, is that even, like, are they gonna use it or are they not gonna use it? Like, that's something that just doesn't make sense. And yeah, like, it's quite a joke. And again, like I said before, you release this game, you get everybody, you don't get everybody's hopes up, let's just say that. I lost all hope since, like, at the end of, okay, F1 23 was a lot of fun, mainly because of the handling, but I lost all hope in this game. The only reason why I really only play this game now is because of League Racing, and that's it. After that, like, I don't play it. I just don't play it. I don't really see a need to play in it because, again, it's just the same old stuff. It's the same stuff week by week by week by week by week. Like, it's the same stuff. It's not enjoyable. It's not. It's crap. It's just crap, you know. And I don't know really what else we have to say. I mean, again, we always get our words out. We say what we want on Twitter, and we try to get the words out, but clearly EA don't listen. And I think no matter what, this future with Cody's and EA, I feel like is going to be a really big question mark because, again, I mean, the F1 games, if they keep going down in sales, and Liberty Media or whoever the hell, if they see these sales going down, we gotta do something. I mean, again, Cody's has been making these games for multiple years now, but if it's not going to get improved, we need to go to a different developer. Like, we need to go someone completely different. I mean, because it's bad. And what I think about the future of these games, I think F1 25 and F1 26. I think F1 26 is going to be a big year, and it's going to be a crucial year for them, because I don't think if they get it right, then they gotta do something, because I'm sorry to say it, but they gotta get a new developer, because it's gonna get really ugly and really bad, and the games are gonna fall off, and people aren't gonna be playing these games anymore. And there's a lot of people that don't even play this game this year, because everybody has their differences, and I get that. That's your opinion, but again, people are not really gonna play this game if you just release the same stuff every year, and you don't bring in new things. Yeah, I mean, I like what you did with the handling this year, with the whole suspension and the tire model. That was cool, but we don't get any downloadable tracks. Like, you don't bring back you don't even bring back like anything. Like, there's no good tracks. Like, you just race at the same tracks. Like, what are we doing? We gotta do something. Like, it's bad. And there's already been a lot of YouTubers that have already made videos like this. I kind of feel like maybe I should do one, because I should maybe speak my mind. And again, I'm relatively a smaller type person. I'm not really well known around here, which is fine, but it's really, really, really bad. I mean, I don't know what else we have to do. I don't know what there really is. I've kind of lost all hope for next year's game and for 2026, because there's nothing. Like, there's nothing really. I mean, the F2 update, that's probably the last update we're going to get. I don't think we're going to get any other updates, because they're going to be switching their focus on F1 25 for sure. But yeah, and again, there is 2 teams. This year we did get the more, I'd say there's 2 teams. You got the team that does the story mode, then you got the team that did F1 22. The team that did F1 22 is, not the whole team, but we got the second team. We didn't get the story mode team this year. And you always kind of see a pattern. Like, the story mode team, the games are better when the story mode team comes out compared to when the story mode team is not out. Like, how does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And again, it's just EA are lazy, and they honestly, if nothing changes, EA really needs to get rid of this licensing, because I don't think these games, I think these games are going to get worse and worse and worse. People aren't going to buy them, because you release the same old stuff every year. You say you do new things, and you don't. It's like buying Madden. Every year you buy the new Madden, and it's the same stuff. Like, you need to make up some college football 25 stuff to get this game back up. But yeah, overall, just wanted to get my head out there. And again, I'm not really the best at explaining stuff. Like I said, if you not check out my last video, I'm not really feeling that great. I have COVID, so I'm sorry if I sound a bit down and out, but I kind of want to get this out there. I kind of want to speak my mind. What's your guys' opinions on the game right now? Where do you think this game stands? And be honest with you guys. Are you guys actually going to buy F125 or not? Because I kind of want to hear you guys out there and speak your guys' opinion. But I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for watching this video. Thank you everybody who's been supporting this channel. I hope that this gets out to everybody's minds. And yeah, and I guess I will see y'all in the next one.